So Joe, what made you decide to start a tackle company?
Well, a good friend of mine got me into kokanee fishing, and we had a great time, caught a lot of fish, but I was a little dismayed by some of the traditional gear we were trolling. So I came up with a different way for trolling lures. What I did is I don't like traditional metal clevises on my leader. A lot of times it creates twist and abrasion, which doesn't work for me. So I set out to build basically a better trolling lure. And what we did was we designed a lure that's built around an internal tube. And this tube allows for the spinner blade to spin on the tube, and also allows us to build different lures for different species. You can take a look at the silicone legs, the different bead colors. So we can actually build a lure for different species like kokanee and some other landlocked fish.
Do those rubber legs really work well in attracting the kokanee?
Oh yeah, these rubber legs work great. I mean, a lot of times we're sitting there with a fish on, the other rod's still pinned in the downrigger, and you're just kind of bouncing around. The other guy's fighting the fish. You look at the other rod, it's going off. The thing's down there just flapping away, and these rubber legs are still fishing, and you get bit. I mean, it happens more often than not, actually. So.
Well, you got that. You used to be an old bass fisherman, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a bass magnet from way back. So I fished a lot of spinner baits, a lot of jigs, and always put rubber legs in my flies. I like to fly fish. So.
Well, there aren't a lot of kokanee fishermen that ever think you'd make a comparison between bass and kokanee, but it works really good, huh?
Yeah, it works great. I mean, it really attracts not only kokanee, it just drives them crazy. Yeah. But we've got trout, bull trout. You know, the landlocked, cohos, landlocked chinooks, all those fish.
Right.
So, yeah.
But now you have, those rubber legs are really, really important. You've got a lure that's just those rubber legs, right?
Yeah, you bet. That's called the Kokanee bite. This particular lure was the Kokanee Khaos. This is the Kokanee bite, and it's just a real attractive little lure. We like to run it behind a short leader, behind one of our fatal attraction dodgers, like this guy right here. Mm-hmm. And what this thing does is these legs just come alive, kind of like the hoochie type lures, and it really pounds the fish pretty hard. Now we'll fish it by itself, a lot of times on a short leader to get the action from the dodger. But what we can do with this internal tube design is we can actually hang a traditional blade like that. It's actually on a clevis on the tube, and then slide it down like on top of your kokanee bite.
Oh, that's like those beaded spinners on steroids there with those rubber legs.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. It just adds a whole other dimension to your lure. And depending on what the fish are doing, you may or may not need that. So you can take it off, and you have kind of a modular design that fits the different conditions that you're fishing.
So now, kind of back to the original question. You know, you decided to start your own tackle company and whatnot. You've been in the tackle business before, making bass lures years ago and whatnot, but do you think that there's a lot of opportunity for you in this market, in this kokanee market? Well,
yeah, certainly. It's a real growing fishery, and I got to tell you, it's a lot of fun. I'm a grandfather now, so I have grandkids. I mean, it can be chaotic, and action can be fast. It's just a super fun fishery.
Well, that must be where the Khaos came from.
Yeah, that's correct.
The name Kokanee Khaos.
Yeah, a good friend of mine named it the Khaos because I was having an issue in the boat with the rods going off and falling all over the place. So that kind of gave us the name Kokanee Khaos.
So are you looking to expand this out? You mentioned a little bit about getting into other species and whatnot.
Yeah, you bet. We're designing and building salmon lures for salmon trolling, not only for trolling but also for anchoring in the rivers around the country, especially the Pacific Northwest, maybe the Great Lakes. We're also building some walleye lures for your crawlers, you know, your worm harnesses, and we're getting into some bass lures too. You bet.
So you started the company because you felt that there was some problems that needed to be addressed, and you came up with a pretty unique design. Are you open to design suggestions from other people out there, from Anglers Market followers, so to speak?
Absolutely. Just drop us a line if you have some ideas or suggestions. We'll make it worth your while, and it'll be a lot of fun too.
And that'd be at anglersmarket.com?
Yeah, it'd be anglers-market.com.
Yeah, and it'll have an email address to contact us.
You bet, yeah.
All right, well, Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you.